Beautiful Monday morning in the city of Lagos. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the conversation here on Lagos Television. I am Abimbola Bello.
Good morning, everyone. It's a new week. I am Ajibola Ajashala. Welcome to the show.
And I am Joy Olu. Welcome to the conversation.
How was your weekend?
Well, I did not sleep.
Jibola, you were working.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and you know you still owe Joy and I.
You owe me big
do.
time.
And I'll keep to that promise.
So
I'll keep to that promise.
It's fine. Omotoba Shishe Dede.
And the weekend was a mixed bag of politics, sports, entertainment. You know, it was all fun.
All fun, and then also Nigeria lost. You know, I think that. I mean, it's someone. I don't know if you've worked with him, but that director. Ajibola, who directed Shanty Town. The news went around that he died yesterday, and a lot of people in the industry are mourning his death. And of course, you did mention politics.
Yeah. Of course, Kunle Afolayo also
lost his mom. Yes. Of course, in politics, Kemi Badenoch, she's trending. The Nigerian British-born politician in the UK. She made history as the first African to be the leader of the Conservative Party. And of course, if you know Kemi, she's been in the forefront in politics in recent times, especially when Theresa May, she worked with Theresa May. She worked, Liz Truss. And she also worked with Rishi. But then she's been there especially when Rishi was about to be appointed. Kemi also was in the race, and a lot of people thought she was also going to be elected at that point in time. But Rishi beat her to it. But now that she's the leader of the Conservative, there's every possibility
she might become the
Prime Minister one day soon. But let's see how she's also able to play her cards very well. Because again, if there's anything I know about that House of Lords, it's the house of mixed bag.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
But we say congratulations to our first black woman. And of course, she's going to have a lot on her plate.
Oh, most definitely.
Yes, she
definitely.
She has made history.
Joy?
Then, for Arsenal fans, where are they?
They have run away.
It was a bad weekend for them and Manchester
City, yes. The City, well, against all odds, they were beaten this weekend. And of course, it was, you know, some takeaway for the Chelsea fans yesterday. And this is the first time I'm going to doff my hat for Cachedo. There's always been one player that I've never, ever been sure of. But yesterday, he proved himself beyond reasonable doubt. And he made my day.
And Liverpool was quite lucky as well.
Against all odds.
Brighton gave it to them from beginning of the match till the end, but they were able to survive. And a fantastic goal from Salah.
Mo Salah. Joy,
I wish I could understand how you people
Joy had a weekend of ministration.
Yes, I did. As usual. But again, I don't know what is going on with our light.
Your light. For my own side, it is perfect.
Well, we didn't sleep with light because it rained.
I'm hearing that they moved us to Band C.
It rained. I think started raining about 11. And
yesterday?
it rained up until about 1 a.m.
God is wonderful. There was no drop.
It rained.
On your part.
It rained. Okay, that's how our own weekend went down. We hope you sure had a beautiful weekend as well. Let's kickstart the show and let's take our news points for today. I will begin with the news points this morning, and the news is that President Bola Tinubu will swear in new ministers today. 7 ministers that were cleared by the National Assembly last week will be sworn in today by Mr. President. And of course, the story is there that the president will today, November 4, swear in 7 new ministers into his cabinet. A special advisor on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Ononuga, reveals this on Sunday via his X account. The ceremony will be held at the Council Chamber of the State House, Abuja. Ononuga said, and I quote, President Bola Tinubu will swear in the new 7 ministers tomorrow, which is today, Monday. The ministers are Dr. Nentwawe Yul Twada, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Muhammadu Megari Dingyadi, Minister of Labor and Employment, Bianca Odinaka Odumegu Ojuku, Minister of State Foreign Affairs. Others are Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Idi Mukhtar Matla, Minister of Livestock Development, Yusuf Abdullahi Atta, Minister of State, Housing and Urban Development, and Dr. Suwaiba Said Ahmad, Minister of State for Education. The Senate cleared the ministers last week. So that's it.
All eyes will be on them, and of course, a lot is expected from them to actually carry out the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. And we hope Nigerians will be a bit patient this time around to give these ministers some time to settle down into office. And of course,
you mean the 7 ministers?
Yes.
When you say be patient, what's the gap?
Well, I think Hadiza Bala will be the one to answer that.
Well, as much as Nigerians will be patient with them, they also need to show, they need to buy that patience. And they need to show seriousness as they come in, because, I mean, they've had close to 2 weeks to know their new portfolios. And so they should have actually been thinking of what to bring to bear. Now they will be in this new office. What are some of those things? Who will they work with? We can't have the same story as usual. And, you know, it's not possible that things will be done. So as much as you're saying they'll be asking for more patience, they also need to show, bring their A game.
Yeah, you can't be doing the same thing and expect a different result.
No. So as you're coming in, as you're settling down, we can see that there's tenacity.
And you're ready to work.
Yes,
and bring a
seriousness. And you're not just buying time.
And if you want to buy time, don't buy it forever.
You can't even buy it forever.
All the best to them.
Okay.
Wish them well.
Ajibola, we can take your story now.
Okay, varsities workers suspend strike as federal government pays 25% withheld salary. The Joint Action Committee of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions and the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities have suspended its ongoing strike for a month. Some members of the union told our correspondents Friday that they got an alert of payment of the month's salary out of the 4 month the government owed them. The Vice President of SANU, Abdusal Salam, told our correspondent they should pay for the 4 months. If they paid just 1 month, that's just 25% of what they owe. On Monday, which was last Monday, the JAC of SANU and NASU embarked on an indefinite strike over the withheld salary of its members. Since then, activities have been grounded in universities across the country. However, the payment of a month out of the 4 month salaries on Friday, the union in a statement jointly signed by the National President SANU, Mohammed Ibrahim, and General Secretary NASU, Peters Adeyemi, on Sunday advised members to resume work on Tuesday, November 5, 2024. It revealed that the high-level engagement culminated in extracting an irrevocable commitment from the federal government that 2 months out of the 4 months of salaries will be paid in staggered form. 1 month by the end of October 2024, which has largely been done, then the second month to be paid by the end of November 2024. Arising from the above, and given the level of commitment exhibited by the new minister and the leadership of the Department of State Services, the leadership of JAC, after several contacts and other patriotic considerations, hereby direct that the ongoing strike be suspended for a month, effective Tuesday, 5th of November 2024. So a month out of 4
has been paid.
With the commitment that the second one will be paid at the end of November 2024. We hope government will be able to keep to this promise so that there won't be any need for SANU and, of course, SANU to embark on any kind of strike again.
I also like that they somehow, you know, commended the commitment of the new minister.
Yeah, so
you know, just like Abimbola rightly said.
This is it. I mean, so if you want patience, then you have to work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they had not seen 1 month's payment arrears, they would not have suspended the strike. And I think 1 month is enough time.
Of course.
So and they also agreed or admitted that the second month will be paid by the end of November.
Yes.
So when they don't see the payment,
you're showing commitment that way. So that way you've paid 2. So even if you tell them, I mean, well, the second one is coming because they also admitted that they can see, you know, the green lights that the second one will be paid. So if you're suing for more patience and they can see that you're working, then they will give you that time. But you're not doing anything.
You're not saying anything.
You're not talking. They are now buying more time. Where is that done?
You are fighting like some ministers, going to every event that you did not get approval from my ministry. Why are you holding these events?
They are in their house now. Joy, let's take it.
All those convoys, they have gone.
Well.
Let's take
All right,
story.
Sanwo-Olu unveils SFH Innovation Hub. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has unveiled the Society for Family Health Innovation Hub to accelerate quality health solutions for families. Represented by the Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, the governor unveiled the hub in Ikeja on Friday. According to reports, the building, spread across 3 floors, was to honor the memory of one of the SFH's founder and a former Minister of Health, Professor Ransom Kuti. Sanwo-Olu said innovation had always been a driving force behind advancements in health, revolutionizing the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of diseases. According to him, the state and the country had alarming health statistics that should bother all citizens, lamenting that almost all equipment, drugs, and vaccines used in the health sector were imported. Quoting him now, "We are just beginning to make a dent into the pharmaceutical space. We are starting to make more varieties of pharmaceuticals in Nigeria, particularly in Lagos and Ogun states. But you know, those are simple drugs. Now we want to start moving into more complex formulas and drive the industry around vaccine development. Manufacturing vaccines is backed by a whole culture of research, innovation, and development." He said the SFH and the Ministry of Health were collaborating on some challenges plaguing the public health environment, especially on malaria and fevers. We are at a fairly advanced stage, quoting again, in developing certain key strategies to bring down the incidence of malaria in Nigeria and to even get to the point where we can talk about elimination of malaria from this environment. Let me just stop it here.
All right, good news coming from Lagos, though it is a private facility. But again, we can't overemphasize the fact that government and the private sector will always work hand in hand at ensuring that there is top-notch service delivery in Lagos. Government cannot do it alone. We've said it time and time again. Government remains a regulator. And so when there are private investors who are willing to also bring in their expertise to bear, all they'll need is for government to collaborate with them and give them an enabling environment to thrive.
Of course, it's a plus for the administration of Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. And like you have rightly said, the enabling environment is there, security is there, so every investor will want to come into Lagos, just like we have this one.
Okay, those are news points for today. Let's quickly head to the X platform. So many stories are trending on that platform today, but we're looking at this fuel issue once again. So yesterday, Dangote Refineries actually released its pricing for lifting fuel, that is for trucks and for the tankers and ships and trucks, and they put 990 naira per litre for sale into the trucks and 960 naira per litre for sale into ships. Now, according to them, it became necessary for them to clear the air after Ipman and Petron were saying things about they would continue to import petrol. And I think for the first time.
At last, you know, we said it here last week.
For the first time, Dangote actually came out to talk about pricing. And even in the press statement, they were still justifying the fact that they are, though they trade on the international, what is it called? International pricing. But what they did, they also did in tandem with NNPCL. And I'm wondering, what is it? What exactly is the problem with Dangote? And I really don't understand. Now, we've already said it is a free market. If the Ipman people want to go to wherever they want to
go and import,
they can import.
And now you, in that same press release, you were quick to also say that there's a facility that has been sited close to your own facility now. And at that facility, they're planning to
bring in inferior products.
How did you know?
Investigation.
Investigation. News information reaching him.
You see, there's a lot of politics surrounding this Dangote refinery. And of course, I think Dangote too is trying to be sentimental most of the times, raising an alarm where there is none. It's a free market. If I choose to buy from Bimbo, I'll buy from Bimbo. If I choose to buy from Joy, I'll buy from you, depending on your price.
Yes.
It's also saying that, okay, those who are saying that those ones that are imported is cheap, that it's a lie. That you cannot import and it will be cheaper than what is offering.
There's just too many things shrouded in secrecy in the oil and gas sector. And of course, it just shows that people are fighting for their own personal interest. And, you know, it's just only if a minute that will look at you and I and look at what pays us here is business for them. It is profit for them. What pays them is what they will do. And if the marketers, I think the marketers also have their own blame. They would also buy fuel where they can also find their own profit.
Of course, they want to make profit too.
If homegrown is
will
not paying them,
they will go and import.
Well, let's see how this will continue to pan out. But we know that at the end of the day, whatever happens, it falls on us. At the moment, we're buying at 1,080 naira. We do not know if tomorrow when we wake up, there's going to be another price change. But as we speak, it's 1,080 naira that major marketers are selling. Some are selling above 1,080 naira.
Depending on where you're
depending
buying.
on where you're buying from. But we do hope that one day soon, there will be true transparency in all of these oil and gas issues at the moment. Well, those are the stories we're looking at on our news point, as well as the hashtag for today. Our first conversation this morning is about another controversy. Now, the president last week sent the bill, the tax reform bill, to the National Assembly for them to take another look at it and then pass it, and it then becomes an act, and then the president will assent to this. Same last week, members of NEC, that is the vice president and governors, did appeal to Mr. President to withdraw the bill. But the latest is Mr. President saying, why would I withdraw it? If there are issues, table them before the public hearing, and then let the National Assembly do the needful. But what I do know is that the bill is not meant to shortchange any geopolitical zone.
But that is what the northern governors are insinuating,
but that's
because their own part of the country is not that
produce,
productive. So they are thinking
collect.
that it's actually targeted at them. And of course, they are appealing to Mr. President.
So this is where they would also need to start
be creative.
thinking and start also producing.
You know,
Is there no groundnuts?
Someone cited an instance, Abimbola. Okay, in some parts of the north, they do not allow alcohol consumption. But here in Lagos, we do. And when they now generate all the VAT, you now share to everybody.
So why are you collecting that money? If it is haram.
It is Sharia.
Don't collect that money. Now. Is it not from alcohol sale? And so anything that you do not conform with,
you should not
leave
share
the money.
Out of
so take what's... Anyway, that is what we intend to take a look at on the program this morning, the controversial tax reform bill before the National Assembly. Stay with us on the show.